Gaining control and the desire to push past the edge. Lives for forcing the limits, a crowd favorite in a field of women whose fearlessness defines them. X Games athlete Lee Dancy transitions from street to snow. This is her mountain, her hometown, and her show. The people of Big Bear are prepared for a hero. Winter X.
The course for any of the jump.
Here at the Miracle Mile, it is one of the most colorful people in all of the world of sports, Missy Giove. As an example, amongst other things, she wears a petrified piranha around her neck for good luck. Fortunately, it's not alive.
Well, that's for good luck, but I think she won't need it today. She's a great mountain bike racer. She doesn't have much experience on snow, but she should do well today on this great fast course. The course is firm, it looks good.
Okay, now you say that she doesn't have much experience on snow. She used to be a ski racer. She doesn't have much experience on snow as a bicycle racer.
That's right. She does have experience as a ski racer, and she should do well today. She is the world champion 1994 and the 1996 World Cup DH champion. Let's see how she goes.
And she kicks things off today. Boy, she is really tough, too.
Pedaling really hard out of the start into that first turn, big berm turn.
She has broken almost every bone in her body. Not once, but twice. She goes for broke all the time.
She's taking a nice line through the berm here. Looks a little tentative on the snow. The first ride it down, just sort of testing the course.
Okay, keeping in mind, it's one of two runs, best of two to count.
As both the men and women are now
Missy Giove really...
Now she's approaching. She's on the steep part of the course. She looks good here.
You see the speed of that shot going through there. I mean, that is fast.
Over 50 miles per hour.
Probably the hardest part is the stopping. Yeah, she does a pretty good job of it. Nice run, Missy. Look at her time, 42.62 seconds. And it shows that she has used her experience as a ski racer to good advantage.
Nike presents A2X, the Winter X Games glossary. Go hard, go fast. Take the lead out of the blocks. You've now got the edge. You've got the whole shot. Streamline the bike, that's aerodynamic. But bare bones, that hardware off, now you're going naked. Got to get a grip? Throw some studs into the mix. When you lose that grip, it's all gravitational pull. Riders headed down the slope like a rag doll. Now, you've been schooled from A2X.
This is Ryan White, 15 years of age, the youngest competitor in the competition, and only weighs 120 pounds. And this is Dan Hanebrink, the oldest competitor, 57 years of age. Now we're going to go to Bart Connor and Lee Crane at Big Air. Take it, guys. Red Lions from Huntington Beach, California. Man, why?
Wildman, well, he's the first man to do a backflip in a BMX race. So I don't think he'll be doing one now, but I'm sure he'll be riding aggressively and tearing up the course. He's already pedaling hard into the triple jump. Oh!
He did a backflip. He did a front flip right there.
Maybe a little bit too aggressive right there.
He must have hurt us. This is my favorite, Dan Hanebrink, 57 years of age. Come on, Dan. One for the old guys.
Well, this is not really Dan's event. He'll be very competitive in the speed event, but in the downhill, he'll do his best. He is four-time Grandmaster downhill champion. That's how he does today.
Designer and a manufacturer of bikes. A legend in this sport. Oh! And he goes down. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a tough fall.
Couldn't handle the triple.
Right back up.
He can do it. He's going to lose about at least 5 to 10 seconds from that fall right there, but he's back on his bike. He's obviously not hurt, trying to get back on line.
No, but this is the way 57-year-olds do it.
That's great. He's not a quitter, obviously. Just to be out here, he's not a quitter. It shows it. He's riding hard, doing what he can do to make up time. Obviously not a competitive run.
Oh, but he'll have...
Oh, and he's down again. down again.
Dan is having a tough run.
Once you fall once, your concentration is gone. At that point, you're just hoping to hold on. He hits another soft spot or rut, and he's down, and this time he's down for the whole run.
Yeah, but keep in mind, he'll have another run. He'll
He
go
will.
for it once again.
He'll have another chance.
He's just climbing up on the berm in the middle.
Here's the first fall right here from behind him. He hits that first bump. He's way up forward on his bike. By the time he gets to the third bump, he's off balance and no control at that point. He's down.
Yeah, his bike just hit him in the head. Lucky he had that helmet, didn't he?
Real speed.
Ow.
Tough fall. And as he approaches the steep, he puts under braking. You can see how soft the snow is up there. Oh my God, the conditions are really softening up. Under braking.
He's okay. He'll have another one. Nice to see that he's okay. Down but not out. When we come back, we'll have a closer look at...
Welcome back to Winter X. Well, it would be no surprise to learn that Dan Hanebrink was born on two wheels. From childhood, bikes and motorcycles have been in his blood. The 57-year-old Hanebrink is a designer, an engineer who actually participated in NASA's Apollo program. But if you ask him what his biggest thrill is, he'll talk about mountain bikes and Winter X.
As a designer, my goal is to beat the other company's best equipment with their best rider on board.
It's the thinking man's doodle of the sketch. For a designer, today is history. Tomorrow is the present. Dan Hanebrink's mind races with his 57-year-old body, competing against the technology, not the younger opponent. He's wily, choosing battles where experience holds the cards.
It's a great tonic, you know, to go out and kick some butt on some young guys, you know. Now, hey, I don't always win, but I do prevail at times, and against some of the best. And so I love that.
Hanebrink's shop is adorned with artifacts of his life, drawings of amphibious cars to futuristic spacecraft. They mesh with current productions, the ultimate in bicycle racing forks and an all-terrain cruiser. Not content to just conceive and manufacture, the man called the Sultan of Speed tests and races. The bicycle record of over 75 miles an hour he set on his own design.
The result, of course, is the goal, and you work toward the result, because none of it means anything unless you accomplish, you know, the objective. But on the other hand, the doing of it is kind of the fun.
Winter X is the culmination of yet another vision, first sketched 25 years ago. Bike and rider have become reality as Dan Hanebrink races his 70s concept into the present.
I like to build equipment, and I like to go out there and not only race, but I like to do well on it. It's to me, it's the final confirmation that the design is good. And it's also kind of like the old-fashioned ideal of the guy that thought of it, that built it, rides it. It's like a follow through the whole story. If you're going to have a dream, why not dream the ultimate dream, you know?
But when you're 2 to 3 times older than the other competitors, Dan Hanebrink is trying to use technology versus leg power to his favor. And with the snow so soupy and soft, leg power is really coming into play here. It's almost like a motorcycle trying to get out of mud. They really got to use the legs, but he has been doing sprinting practice prior to the game, so this man does not want to lose.
Gotta love his attitude, and his quest for that dream will continue chasing those young guys. We'll go back out to the Miracle Mile for more bikes coming up, but when these games end, college...
Miracle Mile and the men's speed mountain bike prelims. Riders go through a 100-foot speed trap. Best 8 of 2 runs to go into the dual matches. This is not for time, it's for speed. Ryan White, 15 years of age, the youngest competitor, 120 pounds out of there.
Pedaling really hard out of the start.
Does he have the weight, though, to make it?
I don't think so. Even with that aggressive pedaling, he's only 120 pounds. It'll be hard for him to compete against the big, heavy guys to come.
Okay, well, he comes safely to the finish. Competitors at the top looking into a monitor, probably seeing how it's going to be stopping, because that's the difficult part here.
Yeah, the track looks really nice right now. It's still very firm. Should be a nice, clean race for everybody.
Okay, and with a speed of 62.38 miles per hour.
Somebody from one of
Toby Henderson at the top right now.
Racers, take your mark. Racer ready.
He abandoned the success of corporate America to become a pro mountain biker at the age of 30.
Well, with his BMX skills, he has great sprinting power. Look how he's powering down this hill.
Look at those thighs. A lot of power. And down through the speed trap.
Great position down to end the run.
Okay, looks pretty good down through there.
Yeah, he's stoked. He had a great run. He really pedaled hard at the start and then committed to a nice aerodynamic position through the finish line. Great run for Toby.
And the barriers saved him. He didn't have any trouble at all. Just kind of bounced right off of him. Let's take another look at that.
Under braking, you see him locking up the rear tire, and he still slams into the finish area. Puts the hand up. Very happy with that run.
68.25 miles an hour. That's in first place.
Well, here's Darren Stockton. Look at his front fairing. That is probably the weakest attempt we've seen at a fairing today. He's trying to use that for his airfoil. If Stockton has a good run today, it's not going to be because of that fairing. It's going to be because of his brute strength. He's the strongest rider out here.
Occasionally a television commercial actor, but right now he has his work cut out for him. He gets pedaling right out of the start.
He's hammering hard, even down to the face right here.
Now coming through the speed trap.
Great position through there. Really low, elbows tucked in. Should be a real fast time. Really good position through that lower part of the speed track.
And easily comes to a stop. As we wait for the score, I thought he had a pretty good run.
He looked great. He's a good hammer. He really pedals hard at the upper section. Then he comes to the lower part. Nice, good aerodynamic position.
How about that Farron? He comes in 67.11. Let's take another look at that Farron.
Well, there's the fairing. He thinks that's might be the key to success, but I guarantee it's his legs, not that fairing.
I can't believe that Farron does very much, can you? And next, Tyson Rozek.
Run that cable across there and I got on the floor.
Well, Tyson has chosen an aerodynamic speed suit. This comes from speed skiing right here. This should give him a nice advantage down here. The other racers are using Lycra, grease a little bit more. This is a rubberized material. He should be very fast.
Also isn't very safe because if you fall off, you really slide on the ice.
Thank goodness for that wall down below.
And as he comes in there, now he gets down into the speed trap.
I like the way he's staying low while he pedals. That should be a nice run for Tyson there.
I don't know. Did he really bend down enough?
He didn't ever assume an aerodynamic position. He chose to pedal all the way down, but he stayed nice and low while he was pedaling.
Looks like he had a pretty good run down through there. And he did, 66.84 miles per hour.
Well, here are my keys to success. The rider with quick acceleration, top end pedal speed, and a nice aerodynamic position. But the wild card, who has the aerodynamic accessories to help give him that extra mile per hour?
And now at the top, Jeremy Purdy from Reno, Nevada. Boy, I'll tell you, a lot of ferns for him.
Yeah, he has a nice rubberized speed suit like Tyson had, but he also has a speed skiing helmet. Look at that right there. That shape of that helmet will keep the airflow going over his back. It should be a little bit faster than the other competitors.
Like slalom and giant slalom as a ski racer, but this is straight down the mountain, all speed.
I also like his leg strength. He's a big guy, big, powerful legs. Combine that with his aerodynamics, he should do very well.
There's a huge payoff to leg strength, isn't there?
Look at that nice low position. Really low through there, much lower than the previous competitors.
And as he comes to a screeching halt, we'll have to wait for his time, but I think it looked pretty good.
Jeremy had a great run right there. A good combination of power, aerodynamics, good position.
Look at those thighs.
I think he's the full package right here. He could be the man to beat.
He sure is.
Even when he's pedaling when he's low, then when he stops pedaling, he just ducks down even lower. Nice, good flap